guys, putting coil springs 2003 Chevy S10, new upper and lower control arms with the ball joints already in them and stuff. I looked on YouTube, there's some posts on there about how to do this. I just wanted to show you guys what I'm doing here. You know, take the brake caliper clear off. And I left the tire on the other side. I got jack stands under it, but I just don't think you can be too careful. Let me see, let me get my light. Now what I did, you guys can see, I have a floor jack and a bottle jack underneath my control arm to get it lined up. I also have a spring compressor up in here. And so what I did, I got the rubbers on the spring and I got it up in the cradle, up in the chassis and on the lower control arm. And I jacked it up, put just a little bit of pressure with the floor jack. And then I put my bottle jack under there and made sure my spring was right. The problem I was having with just the floor jack, when you jack it up, it drags it forward and it makes your bolt holes over here too hard to get in. You know, your lower control arm bolts, let's see, right there. So what I did was I just used the floor jack to put a little bit of pressure on the lower control arm and use the bottle jack to go straight up with it. And got a little pry bar. Let's see, where's my pry bar at? I don't know, got crap laying everywhere, but anyhow, let's see if I can find it. Right here. This little pry bar here, got it from Harbor Freight for $2.99, and it works good for lining up the bolt holes, and it's small, it's short enough where you can get it in there and maneuver it. So, but anyway, I got my bolts in, but don't tighten them all the way up until you could get it all put back together and put it on the ground or drive it up on some ramps and then tighten everything down. Same goes for your upper control arm bolts here. Loosen them up so you get the right preload on your bushings. So, but anyhow, I might post another part to this. I'm not much of a video dude, but I just want to show you guys the system that I was using, and it went in just like cake. But you got to be careful, man. This thing there's a lot of pressure on them springs, and if it jumps out of there, you're going to be in trouble. So anyhow, so now I got my ball joints not quite fully tightened down, but they're getting there. I got to get my cotter pins in them and stuff. And anyhow, I'm going to post another part of this later, the finishing up part of it, but they're a beast. They're not easy, man, so if you try it, just be careful, because it can mess you up if it comes out. But that's what I did. Now you can see the inside spring compressor there that I used. But anyway, I'll post some more of that later, and after we get it all back together. But anyhow, all right.